Hi, I am Ajay Rohila and this video is about Decathlon China. So let's begin. The two main objective of this video is to create an store omni-channel experience suitable for the Decathlon China future, to establish its positioning strategy and differential advantage going forward. So let's start by talking about the proposed solution. Based groupings founded on details, difficulties, characters, customer behavior, geographical demographics, consumer characteristics, budget, lifestyles, product offerings, priorities, advantages, commitment, position, ethnicity, socio-economic standing, self-perception, psychological characteristics, as well as sentiments are all the elements that Decathlon China may use for customers to categorize them into different categories. Claritas Prism is one of the most extensively used multidimensional characterization system. Various communication and promotional organizations utilize it extensively. Depending on US people purchasing preference information, it consists of 68 consumer categories. So, using of this system, one can easily categorize and do the segmentation of the consumers. Let's start with STP. The first comes in STP segmentation. Decathlon China's marketing professional use market segmentation to dispose the board into groups. The another term is market targeting. Decathlon China must pick a targeted market for a few targeted categories once the whole marketplace has been segmented, because goods can only give unique value propositions. The goal is not to try to include everyone. Conducting a segment attractiveness assessment is the very first stage in the positioning systems. All sections are assessed based on the following factors in specialty analysis: competitiveness mode and business strategies. The manner competitors participate may sometimes change the entire geography of an organization. Email, for instance, could readily be a product which is paid, yet organizations have chosen to make it complementary commodity in order to enlarge their consumer base and attract advertising. So, if Decathlon China wants to enter a market where money from the other division is used to fund the main service, it will need to develop the business structure where income is earned by a complementary good or service. The third comes market positioning in STP. Decathlon China's differentiation procedure includes how the company differentiates its goods or services from those of its rivals in the market. Positioning refers to the brand's or Decathlon China's place in the eyes of potential customers, which is predicated on unique characteristics, traits, and functionalities. Establish an edge over its competitors or a distinctive value proposition that will help people remember the brand. Select a company, a competitive advantage that align with Decathlon China's marketing technique. Decathlon China can create graphical representation to try and understand the strategic advantage of various products in the industry. Finally, utilizing the marketing mix and promotion mix position the brand as a provider of a great value to the target category and successfully communicate that position to customers. Now, let's talk about marketing mix strategy. So, I have given 5 C's of marketing analysis approach. Let's start with talking about the first one, which is needs of customer. Decathlon China must identify what are the needs of customer, what are all the requirements that Decathlon China aims to meet, who are the Decathlon China's regular customer, who might be interested in new products and services. The second one is company, which means a particular talent does Decathlon China require in order to develop goods that meets the demands of the potential customers. The another one is competition. Decathlon China must also focus on its competition. Then what is competition? How do I identify it? Basically, it is who are the targeted industry competition as well as what value propositions do they have to focus on providing. To have the financial and intellectual ability to compete with Decathlon China by creating a new product. Decathlon China must focus on all of these points. The next one is working in collaboration. Decathlon China must work in collaboration with some other brand or company. But before working in collaboration, Decathlon China must keep in mind that what kind of supply chain and value chain partners does Decathlon China require in order to develop and deliver new product to the end user. What are the negotiating power differences amongst value chain partners? Next comes context. What are the macro and micro, environmental and macroeconomic elements that influence Decathlon China's business operation? The brand provides a comprehensive marketing mix based on its marketing strategy, which also include the 4 P's of marketing mix. Now let's talk about the 4 P's of marketing mix. Decathlon China must rigorously adhere to the 4 P's of marketing mix in order to build the optimal marketing strategy and mix in the line with the trends and forces in Decathlon China's marketing strategy. The first P is product. Decathlon China must recognize the underlying determinants of customers' perception and behavior and create products that appeal to them and innovate products inclined towards the acceptance of the omni-channel. The second P is place. To make a channel estimation, examine the purchasing behavior and distribution network expenses to expand into omni-channel. The third one is promotion. Despite of features and functionality, engage with clients with use examples and advantages. The focus of communication should be on the experiences instead of the attributes of the product. The last one is the pricing. It is typically decided by a particular product or service, economic framework, positioning strategy, branding, and the variety of other variables. If the business model depends on existing members being converted, Decathlon China must do a market research to determine a price at which current customers are ready to transfer to a new brand and to compete with its competition in China. Now, let's talk about communication mix strategy. Comprehension of consumers' fundamental requirements and operators of those necessities, conceptualizing goods and services that will satisfy even those requirements and are conceivable in Decathlon China's organizational intellectual resource management. And finally, designing marketing mix for the entire go-to-market strategic approach for all requirements of a successful marketing campaign at Decathlon China. The few points of marketing mix communication strategy which needs to be considered are enhancing the Decathlon China's customer satisfaction by arranging occasions and offering post-purchase resources and knowledge. Promotional strategies may be leveraged to build customer relationships among existing consumers. The second point we need to focus should be Decathlon China's sales to expand. The purpose of marketing initiatives is to boost current demand for a product. It might entail identifying a new target market or repositioning an existing model to appeal to a new market. Decathlon China's brand could be better established. One of the most important marketing purpose is a brand recognition and repositioning and many companies spend a large portion of their advantage and of the revenue in advertising and their budget on this. Decathlon China's existing consumer should be encouraged to buy additional products. It frequently entails selling peripherals in addition to current items or increasing the rate of utilization of available commodities. Even with the war chest of a huge advertising expenditure, increasing utilization rate is a challenging task. Bringing in a new Decathlon China good or service, preparing to launch up and promoting its characteristics, attractive value propositions, and originally are typically marketing mix functions. The last one is Decathlon China's share of market will grow. Marketing initiatives can be used to expand share of the market by generating strong revenue to current clients by increasing sales towards new consumers. The last but not the least is bringing some new Decathlon China's consumers. It might be entail realizing a new addition that appeals to a different client category by expanding into a new market. Decathlon China favors word of mouth marketing. So, sticking to that, a simple marketing technique based on word of mouth recommendations. Spending money on celebrity endorsements are also known as KOL advertising is typical and efficient approach to get into the Chinese market. Decathlon, on the other hand, has chosen more for an unusual but indirect effectiveness business model, focusing on the customer. Decathlon has favored a strategy focused on word of mouth in China by allegedly investing only 1% of its revenue on advertisements. To help with this, the firm has opened a massive amount of online and offline retails in China with a focus on clients' pleasure. This really is due to combine of high quality items with lower cost as well as additional consumer benefits. Decathlon, for example, provides free goods samples in on-site trial facilities for customers to experience on things prior to actually purchasing anything. The firm also has lately refocused its approach on family, sports people and women, who are the demographics in China with the greatest potential of further development in athletics. I think Decathlon China business strategy should be comprised of the following core components. When compared to other Western athletic manufacturers, Decathlon China should provide a large choice of high quality items at reasonable price, which they are already doing. So, Decathlon multiple products make this feasible, allowing the business to greater manage its distribution network and lower price. To optimize their marketing audience in China, Decathlon China must invest in large network of both traditional and virtual retailers. As China's economy shift towards virtual shopping, online stores are becoming increasingly essential. With a consumer-centric sales approach, the firm should save advertising dollars and focus on word-of-mouth promotion. And somewhat, it is should be focused on advertising by the celebrity endorsements. But in China, the word of mouth publicity can work out well for Decathlon. And here are few basic COVID-19 precautions that Decathlon China could take and bring in this tour. So, in conclusion, the omni-channel brand strategy will almost certainly be used in China and it must be effective. It benefits not just customers in terms of shopping, but it will help customers in terms of shopping better and quicker. It also aids retailers in minimizing losses in unanticipated circumstances like the effect of COVID-19 break. So, with word of mouth publicity and omni-channel marketing strategy, Decathlon China can work wonders.